Hi Cam on English Lovers. Today, we have a special meeting with a good friend and a great topic, which is eating out.
And now, let's see who will be participating in this chat. Here, we have Tony Carl from Brazil, the administrator of CAM on English Lovers.
And now, Rita Greco from Italy. Let's talk.
Rita, thanks for coming. Today is Friday, the best day of the week, right? Or no? You choose if yeah,
Well,
which one is best for you?
oh, well, you maybe have forgotten that I am retired, and so all the days are similar for me, okay? And so, yes, of course, when you arrive at Friday, there is a sort of expectations because Saturday is the last day of the week, and so
Yes.
on Sunday you can realize something special. But in the end, Sunday will be similar to Saturday, Saturday similar to Friday, and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, but I understand. I understand
Mhm.
that the day before the holiday is always particular, okay? Because you think about the possibility to do a lot of things. Yeah. You know, in the Italian literature, we have a very famous poet. The name is James Leopardi. Leopardi is the same word of leopard, okay?
Leopard, yeah, leopard, yeah.
Leopardo, yeah.
Mhm.
He was a poet who wrote wonderful, amazing poems, and one of these is the village Saturday, the
Mhm.
village Saturday, and he described with a very, he was a master in this kind of work. He described the expectation, the anxiety, the happiness, or the sadness, the excitement of a Saturday, the atmosphere of a Saturday in a village in the 18th century, because this poet
Mhm.
lived in the 18th century. Yeah, Il
Mhm.
sabato del villaggio.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Rita, for how long you've been retired, Rita?
I don't know exactly how many years,
Since we
but
met?
anyway,
Since we met or no? I don't remember.
yeah, but I
It's
think I
been
think
okay, it's been 7 years we met,
no,
remember?
no, more,
More? Oh
more than
yeah, oh
yes,
yeah.
more,
Remember
yeah.
those? Yeah, remember those good days? Yes.
Maybe 12 or 13 years ago, I
Wow,
retired. Yeah,
Rita,
yeah,
that's a good one. My friend,
yeah.
wow, I'm super happy for you because
Yeah,
we met long time ago. I still remember.
yeah,
Yeah, in
you're right,
Kangaroo
yeah,
English after
yeah,
chat box
yeah,
and now
yeah,
Tony's room chat, the place where your voice
yeah,
matters. Wow, Rita.
yeah, yeah.
Rita, since now we
I
are talking about being retired, and having time to do anything you want that pops in your mind, right? Let's talk about some kind of, cultural things, okay, Rita?
Yeah.
Okay. Rita, just tell me one, okay? What's the best thing being retired? The best thing of all that
Well,
you
the best thing of all is
Mhm.
that um, uh, you have a bit more time in order to plan and to realize some
Mhm.
ancient old dreams, okay? Because you have some time in front of you, but you have to be aware that time in front of you, time that you
Mhm.
have in front of you, is not so long as the time behind you. And so you have to learn to appreciate and to live the present time, okay? Because
Mm.
when you grow up and you get older, time flies in a different way. When we are young, time is so slow, the days are so long, okay? And so
Yes.
you think to your future and think, oh my God, well, I am 40 years old, so I'm very young. It's impossible to think when I'll be 60. But when you turn 70, 71, 72, 75, 77, as I turned 77. And
Mm.
so I know that the most of my life is behind me, okay? And so I have to live in a better way. I have to, to try. I have to do a sort of a challenge with myself, okay? Trying not to think about the past, because the past is over. It's impossible to come back for it.
Yes.
And it's impossible for me to predict the future, okay? So I have to live the present, even though sometimes it's not easy, okay?
Mhm.
Because my mind is is almost young. My body no more, okay, because I am not very young. But I try. Sometimes I find myself in planning my future, but then in the end I think to myself, well, slow down because you don't know if tomorrow you'll be there, okay? And so try to live the present is much better.
Yes, yes,
So this is an aspect of a retired life. You have more time, yes, but unfortunately, when a person is retired, sometimes the person has some problems, some issues with the health, with I don't know, above all with the health. Okay, so I thank God I am still in a good health, and so this is this is a blessing, I think, for me. Okay, the possibility to stay healthy is very important. So that's why I try to stay healthy in my mind, trying to study, because when you study, when you are curious, Tony, you remain young, okay?
Yes.
And then also, yes, also doing a lot of movement, because I go every morning, I go walking with a friend of mine, and so yeah, I try to eat in an intelligent way. For example, I skip my supper 3 times a week in the evening, okay? And this is gives me a sort of energy, a different energy, okay, in my body. I feel better when I skip my supper. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
there are some tips in order to, and then to be optimistic, okay?
Yes, all the time
To be,
optimistic, yes.
yeah. And then if you have the possibility, try to travel, because traveling now, for example, I would have the possibility to travel, but I have a husband that is very lazy. He's on the couch, and so speaking, my husband that has the same name as you have, Tony.
Oh yeah,
Tony,
best regards from Tony. Wow. Oh wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, Tony imagine things. Oh yes, next month we'll travel. We'll go to Paris. We'll go to Brazil. We'll go. Then never of this happen. Okay, so I travel with my fantasy. Yeah.
I guess. Rita, well, lots to say. Yeah, I have one for you. Okay, did you know that Tony, this name comes from German? You know, and it means smart, intelligent. Wow, Tony is intelligent. Yes, yes. Wow, Tony.
Tony, yeah. But in Italy, Tony is the short name for Anthony.
Yeah, like in
The
Brazil.
short one, like
Rita,
in Brazil.
by the way, okay, my original name is Anthony, right?
Anthony, yeah.
My real name is Anthony, guys. For those who don't know yet, Tony from Brazil is
Tony from
Anthony.
Brazil. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Rita, okay, let's sum up the thing here, okay? In other words, living day by day, let go on burdens, okay? Let go, don't live in the past anymore, because now
No.
you are living the future. You go for it. Anything you want to try something new. Let's say, if you want to try something new, go for it, because you live the life just once. Okay, right, Rita? Am I
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
And guys,
You
let
are
me say
right.
something. Yeah, other thing
Yeah.
very important, guys. While Rita is speaking, I'm all low. My ears is open wide, because Rita is our wise woman, wise friend from Italy, guys. You better pay attention to all these words she said right now. Okay.
Stop with the compliments. Stop, because
No,
embarrassing me.
Rita. Coming from you is a super gift for me, okay? Your let's say, Rita, your em português you say
Another thing,
your
Tony.
sabedoria, your no, this one, sorry, guys, if you see this group here, if you want to talk to Rita, Tony, and all their friends, come to join us. It's called Come On English Lovers. Rita, I have a question, beautiful question, by the way. Let me open the tab here. I will close this one, and let's get started. Rita, what's the weather like right now in Italy? It's cold.
No, not as usual in December, but acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rita, you see, everything, every chat we have here makes sense at all. Remember our previous
Mhm,
question about being
mhm,
retired, living the life, enjoying your life in general? Let's get started. Press start to begin.
mhm.
Eating out, Rita. Let's eat out today, guys. Rita, how often do you eat out? I think in
Yeah,
Italy, guys, you have lots of possibilities. Yes, lots
yeah,
of restaurants, tourist
yeah.
places. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
How
because
often?
in my place, for example,
Mhm.
up decades ago, no, maybe more than decades,
Mm,
maybe 20,
mhm,
30 years ago,
mm.
you could find just Italian restaurants, okay? But now you can find with a lot of immigration because we
Yes,
unfortunately or fortunately, we have a lot of immigration, so we have to deal with this kind of situations. So now you can find a sort of international cuisine. Okay, so you can
yes.
go and eat kebab or eat Chinese or eat sushi or things like that. I don't go out very often, to be
Mhm,
honest. Okay,
mhm, mm.
uh, sometimes, yes, not very often. Sometimes when my friends decide to go out just for a pizza, yeah, sometimes we would go, but not very often. In this kind, the coming out in order to eat, it doesn't enter in my habit, in my usual habit. Yeah.
Mhm. All right. Yeah, Rita, tomorrow is our day to eat out, okay? On Saturdays. We are used to go on Saturdays, my wife and I. Go for shopping, eating out, back home in the afternoon. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Rita, but now you have some kind of influence from Brazilian cuisine, right?
Sorry, I haven't understood your question, Tony. Repeat.
I think now in Italy you have some kind of a new influence from Brazil, you know?
Mm, yeah, what do you mean exactly, speaking
For
about
example,
influence?
Brazilian people, you know that Brazilian people are spread in this whole world, okay? We
Yeah,
have restaurants in United States, I think in Italy too, yeah. In
yeah,
Argentina, we have lots of places in the Brazilian people go to live there and open a new business like restaurants, bars,
yeah.
cafes, and everything. Do you think in Italy, guys, you have some kind of new influence of Brazilian people?
Yeah, because the way you use it to cook meat in particular, so
Yes.
is really famous all over the
Uh-huh.
world.
Hmm.
And so this kind of cuisine, this kind of activity is entered
Mm.
also in Italy, in Italian habits, culinary cooking habit. And so, yeah,
Mhm.
for example, above all the steaks, okay, Argentinian steaks, they are very famous in Italy, but
Mhm.
also Brazilian, the way how you cook and how you prepare some particular
Mhm.
dish of meat, yeah. But
Uh,
I don't like very much meat, to be honest, okay? And so
okay.
I'm a bit ignorant.
Mhm. Mhm. The term is called influence, you know, when not interference, interference. Influence means
Yeah.
in a good way, you know, like sharing cultures like this, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because sharing cultures, speaking about food, is really
Mm-hmm.
important. Because
Yes.
in the food, you can find a lot of particular, a lot of details, a lot of signal about the culture
Yes.
of the people in question. Yeah.
Uh-huh. One thing that I know for sure, of course, I know for sure really that Argentina, they love Brazilian cuisine. And people
Mm-hmm.
from the United States, they love our snacks.
Mm-hmm.
I think people from Italy, I think they really like too.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
Rita. Hmm.
now it's very easy to find this very different, really different, amazing, real difference, different types of food. Okay, because as we said before, Tony, at the moment the
Hmm.
planet is a global village. So I can eat Chinese, I can eat Brazilian without any problems, without
Hmm.
any And so, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, Rita, we have lots of influence from China, Japan in our cuisine, Italian cuisine, you know. I don't know about Argentina, I don't know, but other countries, they have influence in Brazil, you know, especially from China, Japan, Italy.
Yeah.
I don't know, France,
Because
some people like France cuisine, I don't like.
because
Yeah,
Brazil is a land where you have a lot of people coming from different places of the
yes,
planet.
yes, yeah,
From Italy, for example, you have a lot of people coming from Italy to South America. A lot of
yes,
immigration from Italy
yes.
towards South America in the last centuries,
Mm-hmm.
in the last decades, and so of course the influence is relevant. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Rita, have you ever worked in a restaurant? I never, okay?
Absolutely, I haven't because I'm not very good at cooking.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
and so
Rita.
yeah, yes,
Me
and
too. And
so well,
also, my wife
yeah,
said
yeah.
I am okay, but I'm not okay.
Well, but if I had to work in a
Hmm.
restaurant, I
Hmm.
would very cleverly not in the kitchen, but
Hmm.
in front of this of the washing dishes, okay, dishes,
Okay, okay.
forks, and things like
I
that.
got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Next question, next card. Okay. How often do you get takeaway food? Do you, Rita?
None,
Not anymore for me, guys.
very rarely, because I think the takeaway food is full
Uh-huh.
of very negative ingredients. Okay,
Yes.
I have a app. I have an app on my cellular, and you opening this app and it's a sort of a photo to the
Uh-huh.
different different things that you go to
Uh-huh.
the supermarket to buy. So this app tell you if this things is good or is negative, if it contains
Hmm.
negative ingredients or things
Rita,
like that.
Rita, could you please give me a
Yeah,
sec? Someone is calling me, okay? Just a moment.
yeah,
Just
it's really
Well, beautiful family. Rita, I'm happy for
yeah,
you. Well, I'm happy for you. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry because I had to attend my client here, okay? No, it's okay. Rita, where do we stop? I forgot. We were saying about cuisine, eating out, and what else, Rita? How often do you get takeaway food? Yeah, we're
Take
stopping here,
away,
okay?
yeah,
We stopping here.
very
Very
rarely,
rarely.
because as I said to you before, I think that take away there are a lot of very negative additives or ingredients. Okay,
Yes.
you can find a lot of fat, oil, sugar, things that are not good for my body. Okay, so sometimes yes,
Okay.
because the problem is that all these things are really tasty and they have an amazing flavor, an amazing taste, but they are not good for my body, and so
Mm-hmm.
I try to avoid them sometimes, but maybe it happens once or twice a year. Okay, not very often,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All
And
right.
do you get? How
Rita,
often do you get takeaway?
I have to confess, guys, I'm not so fond on eating out, okay? Just on
Mm,
Saturday, in the right place, and I love
mm.
homemade cooking, okay?
Yeah,
Even
me
my
too.
pizzas, burger, snacks,
Hmm.
and everything,
Mm,
all homemade, okay?
yeah,
No fatty food, no salty food, and no
yeah.
junk food for me ever. Okay.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I totally
Yeah,
agree
yeah,
with
yeah.
you. So yeah.
Like I said, remember, I don't know if you were present this day. We've been talking about health, food and etc.
Mm, mm, mm.
Drinking at least 2.5 liters per day of water, right?
Yeah,
Some juice, C vitamins, juice, go for a walk like you do, and exercise if you like. The gym, I don't like the gym, but I do my exercise in here,
yeah,
at
yeah,
home,
yeah. And
And
only water,
eating healthy
water.
food. Yeah, eating
Yeah,
healthy food, Rita.
yeah.
For example, on Saturdays, I'm used to cook for my wife.
Hmm.
During the week, she cooks at night. And the dinner, I mean. And the lunch, it's on me, okay? But tomorrow we're going for a walk, not junk food, guys. Please, some snacks, okay? But healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, never take away. I don't know. How much do you usually tip Well, guys, these questions, do you know, Rita, I know that you know this, okay? In the United States, it's almost mandatory to tip, right? Do you know this?
Yeah.
If you know, tip the guys, if you don't tip the guys, the waiters, they will come after you and ask you, Rita, did we serve well? Yes, you did. But why didn't tip us? Because they
Yeah.
don't have a salary, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
tips. A
Yeah.
little, I would say minimum wage and tips. But
Yeah.
in Brazil, guys, it's not obligated ever to tip someone.
Yeah, it's not compulsory to leave a tip, but usually when we go out and we are in the restaurant, we usually leave the 10% of the entire bill. Okay, the 10%
Yeah, the law
we
is
leave it
10%.
the
You're
tip.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
The law
yeah,
is 10% in Brazil, but you
yeah.
are not obligated, okay?
No, 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 no.
In some cases here, they automatically they charge you, okay, the tip.
Yeah, yeah,
But
you are right.
in mostly you are not obligated, okay?
Yeah,
I tip just if I liked the waiter, okay?
yeah,
If the
yeah.
service is well served, okay?
Yeah, yeah, because if the waiter are kind, they smile,
Hmm.
they are quick.
Yes.
So there are a lot of details in order to,
Hmm.
if they are friendly, if they tell you something about the dish that they are preparing. Yeah, there
Yes.
are some things that
Yeah,
that oblige you to leave it. Yeah,
some waiters, they deserve it, okay?
yeah,
All right, you're
absolutely.
right, Rita. Okay, Rita, what's your favorite dish? Oh, you
Well,
ask because you're Italian about spaghetti, right?
yeah, spaghetti and
Yeah,
pizza. But I
pizza.
love bread. Bread. Bread for me
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
is yeah, the favorite. It's not a dish, of course, but
Hmm.
when you have a piece of bread, you can do anything that you want because you can
Yes.
put inside sugar with oil, and so this could be a cake.
Hmm.
If you put on some salami or ham, and it's something different. So
Yeah.
with a piece of bread, you can do anything. And so for me, bread is really important. Yeah, and then
Hmm.
the bread, not the bread the bread made above all made handmade bread, okay, because it has a different taste,
Yes, of course.
much better than the
Much better.
bread
Yeah.
that you can buy in a shop. Yeah,
Hmm.
bread.
You're right, totally. Yes. My favorite dish, guys, is spaghetti, garlic, and oil.
Spaghetti.
My
Wow,
masterpiece, Rita,
wow.
my masterpiece. Okay.
Yeah.
My
And
eye.
a pinch of butter. If you add a pinch of butter, a pepper,
Yes,
garlic,
yes,
oil, and
of
pepper,
course. Yes.
red pepper. Yeah.
And parsley, parsley. I add
Actually,
some
yeah,
parsley. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Rita, what's your favorite restaurant in Italy? I think in Italy you have lots of, not favorite, but you have lots of them,
Yeah,
yeah? Lots of
yeah.
them,
We
yeah.
have a lot of
Kind of
restaurants here.
Chinese one,
Yeah,
Japanese ones, or
yeah.
Italian restaurant.
Definitely the Italian restaurant. Definitely.
Okay.
In my town, we have kebab oriental restaurants, but I avoid it because the very big piece of meat that is shown in the window shop, okay,
Mm,
the kebab is
kebab, yeah.
really, yeah, it's really not very positive for me, okay, and so I try to
Mm,
avoid it to go there. And then they use a lot of spices, a lot of things that we don't use in Italy. Chinese, they use things, food not cooked, and so I don't
yes,
like,
raw,
I don't
raw.
like, I don't
Yeah,
like
me
raw
too, me too.
food. Yeah, and so I prefer Italian ones, definitely. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, for me, that'd be Brazilian restaurant, yes.
yeah. For example, I was when I was in France, and we
Hmm.
went to eat in the restaurant. Yeah, the French cuisine is very famous all over the world, but it's really different because they use a lot of sauce, a lot of different. So when I was abroad, I tried to eat the local food, okay, because I
Yes.
tried to taste the local food. But I am very happy when I have to come back to Italy because I return to my usual food.
Yeah.
Because the other food, yeah, also in Germany, for example, Germany was very good because I tasted a piece of meat cooked in a wonderful, amazing way,
Mhm.
but very strong, very, very heavy, a lot of salt. Because, for example, I don't use salt in my food. I don't use salt because I think, I am sure salt is very negative, and so I totally abolished it. And
Mhm.
so
Not just a
when you go to
pinch,
the,
not just a pinch of salt
no,
to do.
no, no,
Wow,
no, no,
Rita.
no, not only because you can find salt when you eat cheese, when you eat bread,
Yes,
when
yes,
you eat
yes. In
other
general.
things. Yeah, in
In gen
general, that you assume
Mhm.
salt. So it's useless to use other salt because I know a friend of mine that is a doctor. He said me,
Mm.
our body needs 4 grams a day.
Yes, you're right.
4 grams a day of salt, no more, no more. And so yeah,
Yeah, you're right. Totally, totally. Yeah, I still
yeah,
remember the doctor said to my mom, "Mom, you have to use just 4 grams, of salt
yeah,
per
4
day."
grams.
Yes, you're right. So, Rita, do you prefer home cooked? For me, it's home cooked, mostly, of course.
Well,
Restaurant, just
I, I
two.
prefer home
Yeah,
cooked
me
food
too. Me
because
too, of
I
course, yes.
eat in a very clean way. I am very simple. I don't use elaborate food, elaborate dish, things
Mm-hmm.
like that. Sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
of course, you go to the restaurant, and so in the restaurant you cannot order spaghetti, oil, oil and garlic
American oil,
because
my
it's too
favorite.
simple. Okay, so you find something a bit elaborated. Yeah.
Yeah, Rita, my favorite, okay? My masterpiece, okay? Have you ever eaten in a very expensive restaurant? Of course, guys, I regretted it totally. The food was not so
Yeah.
good,
Yeah, you are
okay?
right.
Oh, I got mad at the time
Yeah.
because it was very
Sometimes
expensive.
happen, sometimes happen. But this is a sort of experience, okay? Because
Yeah,
when you go for the first time in a kind of a very expensive restaurant, the second time you don't return there, you can't get back there. And so,
yes.
yeah, it's a sort of experience. Yeah.
Rita, let me say something. Especially when you go to travel and you don't know anything about the city, okay, or the state that you are visiting. And the first restaurant you choose, is the most expensive because you don't know others.
Yeah. Yeah,
By
yeah,
the by
yeah.
that moment, you don't know about others. It happened to me
Yeah.
once in a beautiful place that I've been visiting with my wife, of course. And
Mm.
guys, it was super expensive. I got mad.
Oh my
And
gosh.
after
Yeah.
that, Rita, we discovered many good restaurants, hotels, five
Yeah.
stars and everything. Yeah, it happens
Right.
to everyone,
That,
right?
That's why it's very important before planning, when you plan a travel, a
Yeah,
trip to another place, you have to prepare a sort of agenda, a sort of
totally,
schedule.
totally, totally, totally. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you have to prepare, you have to give
Yeah,
a look. Now it's very easy to find
yeah.
this
Never
one,
shoot in the
this
dark.
thing,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was okay that time, Rita, but I didn't make some kind of new research because it was new for me, this place, and I didn't make some kind of new
Mm,
research about restaurant hotels. It was the worst hotel and the most expensive restaurant. Then I choose
mm.
one cheaper and best, much, much better.
Yeah.
When
You
you eat in
know,
a restaurant,
there is
okay,
there
okay,
is
see.
there is something that is interesting when you go, for example, on the motorway or things like that. Okay, also restaurants. A tip is this one: you have to stop where the lorry driver stops
Mhm.
because the lorry driver they travel continuously. Okay, they go around, they go and go and go, and they stop in the restaurants where you can eat well and you can spend not so much money. Okay, so this is a trip in order to discover the good restaurant. You have to
Yeah,
follow the lorry drivers.
yeah. All right, Rita, we are almost finished, yes? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay.
Let's finish, okay? Uh, but just in case if you have more time, you can go more 50 minutes, okay? Rita, when you eat in a restaurant, do you try something new or something you know you like it?
Well, I am a bit curious, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Even though sometimes after I've tried something new, I regret a lot. But anyway, the curiosity is is big in myself, okay? So I try something new in order to know what's there inside, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I like the way I like always. If there's
Mm.
something new, first of all, I have to sneeze, okay?
Mm, mm.
What's what's that? Oh, I don't
What's
know.
that?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
sometimes I go for it, and that, wow, you're super good. Yeah.
Mm.
But it happens sometimes you chase something, the worst thing, yes. Okay, do you usually have a starter and a dessert when you eat out? Of course, yes, guys. This question is not so, yeah, smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In Italy, they prepare wonderful, amazing test for a starter. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so when you go to a restaurant, usually you
Mm-hmm.
are hungry, okay? Because if you go, you want to eat, and so when they start with a starter, so your stomach begin to fill, okay, to be full of new things. And
They
then
serve
when you
soup,
order
yes.
the pizza or the other things, so you don't taste the second dish in a very good way. But anyway, the starters in Italy, they are wonderful. Yeah. Also
Yeah.
dessert. Also
But
dessert.
Rita, for my side, okay, for my view, I don't go with the starters, for example. They
Mm,
could serve
mm,
you soup, okay?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like soup just in the evening when it's
Mm,
cold
yeah.
weather, okay?
Yeah, me
Or
too.
colder
Me too.
temperatures in this case, okay?
Me too.
But when I go out, like I said, I go for some meat, some omelette. I like this.
Yeah, omelette, me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the dessert is pudding. I like pudding.
Mm.
Or some pie, lemon pie. Rita, I love lemon pie, guys.
Yeah. Lemon, yeah.
Lemon
Because
pie.
it's digestive.
Wow. It's tasty,
Yeah.
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 Do you, Rita?
Yeah.
Do you like lemon pie?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Because the lemon is another good medicine for our health. Okay. So the
Yes.
more you use a lemon, the better it's for our health. Yeah.
You're right. Totally
For
right, Rita.
example, every morning, when I get up, I have a half lemon
Hmm.
squeezed in a cup of warm water. Okay, and so this is
Hmm.
my first action, and I start my day with this drink. Yeah, and then I drink a lot during the day. Yeah, I have to confess that I drink a lot, about 1.5 liters, sometimes 2 liters. Yeah, because also water is another good thing for our health. The only negative aspect is that
Uh-huh.
you have to go to the loo very often when you when
Rita,
you
do
when you
you
drink.
do you squeeze half lemon in a glass of
Yeah,
water? I do this in the morning.
yeah.
Yes.
You too? Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I squeeze half a lemon
Yeah.
in a glass of water and I drink it.
Hmm.
After in
And
the
I
morning
said,
or after lunch is good for your health too.
yeah,
It's
and
alkali.
I
Uh-huh.
yeah, and I suggest you, because my dentist suggests me this one.
Hmm.
When you drink a lemon in the water, use a straw.
Okay, Rita, you were saying, please, the
Yeah,
tip
thank
for me,
you.
okay? The tip
Thank
for
you.
me,
Yeah.
okay?
Use a straw
So,
because the acid of lemon could ruin the enamel of your teeth.
oh yeah.
Okay?
Hmm.
Yeah. And so using a straw, you avoid this possibility. Okay? And so every morning I have my straw and use it.
Mm.
Yeah, because
Wow. Uh,
lemon is particular. Lemon is a strong fruit, okay? And so
Acidic, yeah.
the acid, yeah, and this could ruin the enamel of your
Mm-hmm.
teeth. And so yeah, my
Mm-hmm.
dentist suggested me to do this kind of of action every morning. Yeah.
Okay, Rita, let's say, okay, wise mode woman, okay? Could you please give us your tips to improve your health? For example, you drink water, 2.5, like you said, like you agreed with me, okay?
Yeah.
You go for walking, right? You
Yeah.
you read a lot, okay? You read
Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah.
yeah, like me.
Yeah.
I read a lot.
Yeah.
I walk. I like walking. I love walking, especially springtime. I like this. Wintertime too. But summertime I suffer a lot because of the hot temperature. I feel like, I'm dizzy, sweating a lot, and I can my pressure could be lower, in summer times. And I go
Yeah.
just slowly and not often, not very often. But
Yeah.
for example, you are a wise woman or a friend, yeah. What type of little piece of advice you could give us about the improvements of your health, for example, the things you used to do, okay?
Well, I think that the only method that I repeat to myself, because before giving a suggestion of counsel to other people, I
Hmm.
want to give myself something in order to live better. So I think that I should appreciate the small things that happen during my day. Okay, so when you get up and you can enjoy the sun, for example,
Hmm.
okay? When you can enjoy the sounds of the sea, when you can enjoy the scent of the nature around you, or can you, for example, appreciate the smile of someone who meets you? For example,
Uh-huh.
yesterday I was out because and a woman, unknown woman, she came near me and she said, "Oh, good morning, lady. You are
Hmm.
very nice."
Hmm. Hmm.
So I was so happy because that woman was totally unknown. So and she made my day yesterday. Okay,
Yes,
because these are the things that I appreciate very very much in my life, in my day. So I don't need a big quantity of money or things like that because I think they are totally useless. Okay, so
because
this is
you're a
yeah,
positive,
yeah,
okay? You are a
yeah,
positive
yeah,
woman,
yeah,
a
yeah,
person positive that can
yeah,
help others in a different
yeah,
way, okay? So many
yeah,
ways you can help
yeah,
people. Not just, for example, some people tend to think that just money can buy happiness, right? But it's not, okay?
absolutely,
Just your
absolutely.
friendship, the good you do for people can help in a lot, For example,
Yeah,
you were there talking to a different person, unknown, by the way, and then you helped this person to have a better day. And sometimes
yeah,
people are sad, for example. I'm the type of guy, Rita, I'm the type of guy, I love joking around, just to
yeah,
increase my mood, okay? Just to increase my mood. If I woke
yeah,
up in the morning in a hurry, for example, or mad at something, I go for jokes, I refresh myself, my mind, I read a book,
yeah,
I
yeah,
read some jokes, I play
yeah,
some, I play some jokes too, well, with my wife and my
yeah.
friends. And after that, I go for a walk, talking to different people like you did.
Yeah.
And we'll
Because I
see,
think that
made your day.
when we grow adult, we have to stay a bit infant in our
Yeah,
in our
you're right,
inside.
Charge. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right, Rita. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I say myself, wow, I think I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired yet.
Yeah.
Because I like playing around, I
Yeah.
like
My
doing
Tony
things.
has come back. My Tony has come back now. My husband Tony has come back because he was out and now he is in.
Wow, sending my best regards,
Oh,
Rita.
thank you,
Best regards from Tony from Brazil.
thank you,
Rita,
thank you.
does he speak English or no?
No,
Not
no.
yet? Why not, Rita? Just you? Wow.
No, Tony speaks a bit French, but he's a bit lazy because is persuaded that it's not possible at his age to learn a language. And so
Mm-hmm.
I repeat it continually, no, it's not so, it's not so. But he's
Mm-hmm.
a bit late. Vieni qua, vieni qua. I can introduce you to
Vieni
another
qua. Yeah,
Tony.
vieni
No,
qua.
vieni qua. This is a Tony.
Meet Tony from Brazil.
Oh, Louis.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Tony. Tony too.
Sta in Brasile.
Ah.
Sta in Brasile, ok?
Rio?
Rio? Rio?
Nice to meet you. I don't speak
Nice.
Italian, please. I don't speak Italian. Could you please translate,
Non
Rita?
non parla italiano, ma
Non parlo
John,
italiano.
if you are in Rio de Janeiro or in another city, okay? So he wants to know this.
Speak French language?
You speak French? You speak French, Tony?
No, I understand Spanish, English, and Portuguese, my mother tongue.
So the only things that can help you is the body language.
Bye
Goodbye,
bye.
Tony.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. Nice guy, nice guy. Too bad, Rita. Wow, too bad. Wow, this is super nice. Okay. Yeah. If you could
Okay.
speak English, that'd be so nice, Rita. Okay, Rita. You was super nice talking to you, as always. Our friend from Italy, wise woman, our best friend from
Okay.
Rita.
I hope to see you again in another conversation. So bye-bye for now.
Feel free to join us.
night.
Mhm.
Okay.
Rita, let me
life.
say, feel free
Okay.
to join us on Sunday, okay? We have a meeting talking about 80s, 90s, and the 21st centuries, 21st century, okay? The topic, okay?
Yeah.
Rita,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Yeah. I read in your room the topic of
Yeah,
Sunday.
the
I
topic
hope to
comes
see
from
you.
Eric. Yes,
Okay.
that's super nice. Bye-bye, Rita. Have a nice
Thank
night,
you.
okay?
Bye bye. Bye bye.